the most performative male creators.
About last year by now, a new term started to hit the internet waves known as the performative male. It's defined as a subgenre of nice guys that try too hard to be in touch with their feminine side, whether that be listening to K-pop while drinking matcha with a tote bag on their
To this day, I've never had matcha.
head, reading a book at a cafe with their leg up while drinking matcha, going to a bookstore and acting like they read all the time, or while drinking matcha. I don't know why matcha became the signifier of being a performative male, but it's always the reason why. One thing that wasn't talked about in that time is not only is there dudes that do that in real life, but there's a whole genre of male creators that do this exact thing on a global scale. They work the
Oh, the fucking, what's that shit called? The half zipper, the quarter zip. Bro, people was obsessed with like quarter zips and shit like that. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro?
system in their favor to have a majority
Just like how you want to fucking dress, bro.
female audience probably scheming the whole thing on a chalkboard. I'll make one thing clear though, just because there is a dude out there with a majority female audience doesn't mean he did that. Men and women have their own categories they majorly watch online. For women, it's things like beauty or fashion or true crime. The type of dudes I'm talking about is the, you know...
You're actually so much braver than I thought.
Only cause you're here. Only cause you're here.
Oh, nah, bruh. Oh, nah, bruh.
Oh my god,
nah,
bro. Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
What are we doing, bro?
Only cause you're here.
Yeah, so for everyone that hasn't heard of the drama by
What
now
the
already,
fuck
there's a
it-
big streamer named Sykkuno. He blew
I mean, hey, it worked. You know, he has an audience. You know, it worked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not judging. You know.
up around 2020 and 2021 for
But what
playing
we
Among
doing,
Us
bruh?
like a lot of streamers did at that time. And he built up a persona in that type of streamerverse of being a nice soft guy who's not toxic like those other disgusting males.
Didn't he like cheat on his girlfriend with like a VTuber or some shit like that, bro? That's what I heard. I didn't cover it because I it's just an internet drama I could give less of a fuck about. But but it's just like, did he cheat? Did he cheat on his like girlfriend or some shit with a VTuber or something? I don't know if that's true, but
Streamers. Like me. I'm only kidding, y'all. There's not a single instance you can find me mad at my kind viewers on stream. Anyways, his relevance kind of dwindled down over time, probably because he kept posting Among Us and never switched it up. Posting Among Us in the Big 26
ooh. Ooh. I mean, if he likes making this type of content, you're good for him. But like, I don't know, bruh. I mean, if his videos are still doing good, the Among Us videos get the most views though, from what I see. Like, you could tell like he's trying to like distance himself from like this shit. I mean, it is what it is, bro. He'll find something. He'll find something else, bro.
You might as well be hitting the flapper dance like it's the 1920s. I never really watched him
fuck?
or knew much about him other than what
Yeah.
I laid out for you guys. It's not like I'm the main demographic for him anyways. What I look like, a Valorant e-girl that goes out to get boba every day with her friends. But after the whole drama, looking at clips of him, I immediately knew he was one of those guy influencers.
Oh yeah, he not actually this super sweet innocent guy behind the camera, bro. Not saying he's evil, but like, bro, it's he's basically playing as like a character, bro. Like,
Given the energy of I'm not like these other guys, pretty much instant.
no. You are like the other guys, bro.
He got exposed recently by a VTuber named Hamamo VT, who labeled the expose as him being a serial cheater, master manipulator, and dangerous predator. And when you hear this, you're instantly
I didn't hear about all that. I just heard like, oh, he just cheated on his girlfriend or some shit like that.
thinking, damn, bro, moving like the Joker. Like he's got to be a mix of Light Yagami and EDP combined in the flesh. What is this document? But technically, one of those accusations was wrong off the jump, but that being the predator allegations. Because the
Oh,
person
man.
states they had a big age gap, which was 15 years, but she was 19 years old at the time. Which, don't get me wrong, is still really weird and strange, but he
Yeah.
at least passed the legal test, so I feel like that's some type of defamation thing he could sue for. Then again, just recently as I started making this video, some new allegations came out from another streamer who said they met when she was 17 and he started to flirt years later, so who really knows at this point? Bro's a weirdo either way. It shows you gotta make sure you're safe on the
That nigga's grooming niggas. Okay, he's a
internet at all
groomer.
times, which is why I want y'all to hear about this. Recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They knew their apps could contribute to anxiety, depression, and body image issues, but did not share those risks while prioritizing their profits. The recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those.
I swear, these billionaires are getting more and more annoying every fucking time I hear about them. It's always the fucking billionaires, bro.
That he would buy
Anyways.
them gifts and get emotionally close with girls while in a relationship for years. She laid out how he was talking to multiple different girls while in a relationship for years. That he would buy them gifts and get emotionally close with them to smash. This is all while he would leverage his online persona, acting like that cutesy, soft, ooh-woo e-boy online. He could never cheat. You would think a guy like this would
Oh, brother, bro. Here we go, bro.
be a liar?
I don't know why you ever ship me with anyone. As you know, girls aren't attracted to me, so the ship's never gonna work anyway.
Bro was
Bro, what is bro talking about, bro?
balling from the start. And
That's the thing, like it's just he like this is a character, bro. Like it's a whole ass character, bro. Like he's a character for stream, bro. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro.
after that girl made that one expose document, they all started coming out like candy. Bro was getting the Diddy treatment, getting an accusation
damn.
from here to there to there.
That's
all
tough.
These girls were all getting the same playbook ran on them. He would follow then DM them after saying some type of corny opening line, probably something like,
Hey ladies, I can't muster up the courage to even
Yo, get this shit off my screen. Look, I don't hate anime, but like,
talk to a beauty like yourself.
yo, like,
Would you be so kind to reply?
I'm sorry you had to hear that. Low-key, that wasn't even an exaggeration. Then he would get close with them and play games with them one-on-one.
Okay.
Fly out to meet them and get his rocks on. Or maybe have them send some dudes to him. The thing that's crazy about this is they all exactly thought the same thing. They thought this stream persona, this cute ooh-woo.
okay, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I know this is gonna sound fucked up to say this, but you're actually dumb as shit. If you look at a lot of these streamers, like it's so obviously he's playing a fucking character. If you got fooled by this nigga, like come on, bro. Like come on, what are we talking about? Like, oh well, I saw how he was on the internet, and he seemed so positive on his streams. He would never be like those guys. That is like you just because they seem a certain type of fucking way on like a stream or on the internet, that doesn't mean you assume that they're the same behind the scenes, bro. Like, you know, like that's you got to be skeptical with people on the internet because you don't know who the fuck you're running into. Just ask EDP.
E-boy who plays Among Us and puts his hand over his mouth when he laughs was just some nice guy who happened to fall for them. And this wasn't by accident. He 100% set this up on purpose. Any stranger that acts like this and is too performative,
he's 34?
a 90% chance they're taking
He's old as shit, bro. He's old. I'm just kidding.
advantage of. It's a feeling almost every dude just knows, especially with these performative content creators that cater purely to a female audience. For God's sake, he was in a female content creator house as the only dude. How did they not expect him to be?
What the fuck is... Okay, bro.
I've heard enough. I'm ready for the 10-episode isekai anime. So when the allegations first came out, it went from him being labeled a super creep and being permanently canceled to now, once people saw how overblown the whole thing was getting, he's now getting manipulator edits on TikTok and people are calling him the manipulator goat.
He just like I don't know, bro. Like, come on, bro. What the fuck is this, bro? Yo, y'all niggas are weird. You motherfuckers who be making these shits, you're fucking weird, bro.
This is gonna be a hot take, but I would say Sakuno is smarter than me. He just trolls a lot to throw people off.
Only because you're here. They think I'm memeing. They think I'm...
Butter Me Cup. That's your fucking name on TikTok, bro?
Fact is, guys, for most of my life...
I'm actually cringing, bro. I'm cringing,
I
bro.
haven't really had many friends, and people really haven't been into me.
I've never seen someone gain aura from their cancellation. He might be on Light Yagami's level. He's literally a serial cheater, yet he's getting edits. To make it clear, alright, I think him being a serial cheater is terrible. The
Oh yeah, that's horrible.
reason
Yeah,
people are
but
acting like this, though, partially, is the way these girls were coming out with their stories against him. One of the girls came out stating she was a victim because he nutted without protection. When people say they're victims,
you're a victim because he nutted without wearing protection. This is a conversation you gotta have with that nigga, bro. Okay. Hey, I don't appreciate the fact that you didn't wear fucking protection when we fucked. Like, what is this, bro? What is this, bro?
I think most people think, I don't know.
Getting sexually harassed or raped?
They basically were two consenting adults who made a choice.
Exactly, you know, like, talk about that shit with him in private. The fuck is wrong with you, bro?
And she regretted that choice after. What the
Okay.
damn do? People do that every day. The wildest part too is that in his apology for all of this, the original girlfriend he was with chose to stay with him. Prior to all this becoming public, we were already making changes to improve our relationship.
Okay.
And while I could have chosen to leave, I ultimately made
Why is he reading it like that, bro? Niggas trying to sound like Deku so fucking bad, it's pissing me
the
off.
decision to stay with the hopes of repairing our relationship together. You can't make this up. She was getting cheated on for years and still stayed loyal. He truly is the IRL reflection of Light Yagami. His main audience is most likely done for, considering a majority of them were women who thought he was just some soft, trustworthy e-boy. If he was smart, he would
Oh,
drift
yeah.
to the red pill stratosphere and start selling
Nah, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
books on how to be a manipulator.
Please
to
don't do
girls.
that.
Let this be a warning, though, that dudes like this and creators always got to be watched.
Creators in general, you just gotta like, just because they seem a certain type of way on the internet, that doesn't mean they're like that in person. Okay, you know, like, he's 34 years old. He's playing as a fucking character, bro. You know, like, he's just doing him, bro.
Closely. Another category
You
of
know?
performative male influencers is purely on TikTok. It's certain dudes who either try to give tips to women on how to get their boyfriends mad, or tips on how to talk to a boy they like. Just as we could suspect,
Oh, so they like other men. There's nothing wrong with being gay, you know. I feel like guys who do that kind of shit, I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm just yapping, bro.
too, all of the tips are absolute dog shit.
Oh,
One of
yeah.
the biggest guys on TikTok who does this is a guy
His name is Jake Carringer. Yeah. 34 million likes, bro. That's so crazy. Beacons.ai. Bro, what? AI? What the fuck is this?
named Jake Carringer. And all of his content is the most obvious
3 texts you should never send a man. To all the women out there, bruh. Be you, be yourself. And, you know, there ain't nothing wrong with reaching out to a guy. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, bro. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, bruh. If anything, you watching this kind of content and you worrying about what you need, how you need to text a guy or a girl makes you more desperate. You know, like I'm just saying, bro.
pandering to women you'll ever see. The main thing he blew up for was giving tips to women on how to make their boyfriends mad. You know the most annoying girl is following
Oh my
him and
God.
liking all his posts too.
Want to break his ego? Next time your man starts
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is he doing, bro? Rewind that shit, bro. What is we doing,
Following
bro?
him and liking all his posts too.
want to break his ego?
You want to break his ego? You want to break his ego? Ah! You want to break his ego? What the fuck are you doing, bro? This is a grown ass man doing
Next
this
time
shit,
your man
bro.
starts arguing with you, all you have to do is say this. Tell him, I would tell you that I'm taking you seriously, but I don't want to lie. And just like that, watch his ego crumble. Stay toxic.
Want to break
Break his fucking ego. What the fuck are we doing, bro? I mean, get your bag, but like, to all the women out there, bro, like, Being toxic towards your partner is not gonna make him want to be with you, bro.
Break his ego. Text him happy birthday on the wrong day.
What the fuck?
Show him how much you care. Stay.
He does that every time. He does the little. Oh, see, oh, here we go. See. I'm glad I caught that shit. He's also the one of them performing the mills. He's kind of like Saikuno.
This shit is so fucking ass, bitch. Quit fucking music. Quit that.
If you're actively looking for tips on how to make your boyfriend mad, maybe don't be in the relationship. These are all so
True.
corny. I genuinely would have no reaction to getting any of these messages. And all of his other content that's not this is giving tips to women on how to make a man obsessed with them or tips on how to talk. When will people learn that men or women whose content is solely this type of are usually wrong 99% of the time? This
True.
is like a dude watching a red pill podcaster how to pick up the most perfect wife for their future. Meanwhile, they live in a Miami apartment with a girl
Oh my god.
who has more plastic in them than a lawn chair. This dude is filming TikToks at dick angles with no shirt on giving advice. And you're telling
Wait, hold on. What did that caption say?
lawn chair. This dude is
Pause. I'm not doing that to look at his body. Nigga, shut the fuck up. How to bruise a man's ego after
filming TikToks at dick angles with no shirt on giving advice. And you're telling me he doesn't.
How about you just move on and just don't try to break his ego because you're just being petty and annoying. And 9 times out of 10, if you're resorting to that kind of shit, he probably already moved on with someone else at that point.
Know what he's doing. I wouldn't be surprised if he was on Saikuno timing too. We just gotta wait for the first cheating allegation
Oh no, he is on that Saikuna timing.
to come out. He actually apologized recently for those TikToks that blew him up. I see through your tricks though. He's apologizing to give that humble guy energy and to seem like a nice guy who made a mistake. That way all the girls that follow him are gonna be like, oh, he's such an understanding man and attuned with himself. Increasing his roster by 50% overnight. These videos aren't that far apart from each other when he made the apology. In fact, it's only like a 2-month difference. So how much could really change in that time? He conveniently offers relationship coaching too for a price. Surely he actually knows what he's talking about and isn't just grifting to get money from women who have broken relationships. The thing to me about this advice for women is so funny because I'm gonna be real, for most dudes, unless if he's like an A-list celeb or athlete, if you just talk to him and are direct, they're gonna fold because guys are trying to set up.
Yes and no. Not all guys that look. Not all guys are gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? But you know, I mean, yeah. Like the more, just be direct, bro. You know, don't do these little games and shit. You know, like, should I ask him out? I mean, I don't fucking know. Do you want to be dating someone else instead? Right? Like, I don't know.
And positions here and there are the worst thing. No guys.
Same thing goes for guys too, bro. Just be direct. And if she doesn't fuck with it or she's making it harder, if she's making it harder, then just go find somebody else, bro. And if she cries and throw a tantrum, let her cry and throw a fucking tantrum, bro. Same thing goes the other way around, bro.
Try to figure out a puzzle on how you feel about them by ghosting them for some days or doing this or that. I might be just too grown for this shit anymore. If you do some childish things like that, we're not talking anymore. Funny how men have their own red pill guys who shill courses and women have the same thing. We really aren't that different. Another one of these corny dudes who does this is a guy named Brian De Palma. He used to be the biggest at doing it and would always be giving tips to women on men's secrets or how to make men obsessed. And as
Why do you, bro? Stop leaving that fucking cream on your face and fucking rub it on your skin.
usual, they would be utterly useless or just dumb.
Oh, hey, do you want to hear another absolutely disgusting secret about men? They definitely do not want you to know, and as usual, it is an absolutely foolproof method, so please pay attention and do not tell anybody that I told you. If you're texting with a man and you're feeling like he's not giving you the same energy that you're giving him, if you're being funny and he's not being funny back, or you're trying to make actual comments and he's not making actual comments back.
How about if you feel like your man is not giving you enough attention, just tell him, hey, like, I feel like you're not giving me enough attention. Maybe you could just be direct instead of, playing fucking mind games.
You're probably saying to yourself, this is not the man with the personality that I need. But actually what you're forgetting is the fact that if a man's personality is too good over text, like if it matches your freak too much, like too soon, this man has been texting way too much.
What?
Or the guy could just not be into her as much as she's into him. He could
True.
be
That too.
call person or an eye roll person.
You know, some people, they don't like texting and shit. They don't like doing that shit, bro. Some people don't like texting, bro. They don't. You know, I personally don't like texting. You know. You know, like, if you want to hang out, you can say, hey, we should hang out, you know. And if I say no, it's fucking no, bro. It's just that fucking simple.
Person. You see how these tips make zero sense because no one is exactly the same? I've met people that are more text people than call people and people that like doing calls more. And all of his content was mainly this for years until people started to troll him, which led him to pivoting to different things, but the damage is already done. Everyone's in his comments spamming he's way too old for this shit. He's 40.
Bro, you're literally 40.
Treatment. I don't even know how you can be on the internet anymore dealing with that. Worst part about his pandering content too is women don't even fall for it. They're always trolling him and probably dying laughing when they see his vids. At this point, I don't know who this type of content appeals to. If men and
why is he generalizing all men like all men are the fucking same,
women
bro?
find it cringe. It's like a floating speck in the internet wave going nowhere. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Follow me on Twitter.
Just be yourself and stop doing hella extra shit, you know. Don't let these fucking people on the internet, you know, emotionally manipulate you and, you know, so you don't have a bunch of fucking, you know, mental fucking issues, bro. You know, you don't become depressed because you took advice from somebody and it fucked up your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyways, man, this performance shit gotta stop, bro. I hope you have a good breakfast, a good dinner, a good night. I love y'all, man, bro. I love y'all, man. I love you. Peace. Peace. Get me out this video, bro.